What's going on, everybody? Jacob here, Miami Dolphins Syndicate, and it looks like we have some pretty big Jalen Ramsey news. Before we get into that, we will be live. I say we. It's just going to be me tonight, 7 o'clock. Donovan is unable to join. We'll be live, 7 o'clock, for the preview for the Philadelphia Eagles, as we do every single week for every single matchup. So make sure you tune in for that. Going to be live. But like you see in the title, really big Jalen Ramsey news. He's returning to practice as of today, and that is going to open up his 21-day window to come back to the team and be removed from the IR. So we already had Nick Needham practicing with the team, and I'd be very interested to see if he comes back this week. Brandon Jones entered the season and missed a game or two, I think just two, whatever it was. And those guys missing has clearly impacted this defense, and the defense hasn't necessarily had itself a good game yet. Now, against the Panthers, you only allow 14 points on defense, and that's all in the first quarter. Shut them out the entire rest of the game. It was the best our defenses looked, albeit against a winless team. Even though I like what the Panthers are doing, I like the direction they're going. I like Frank Reich as a coach. When they were able to script their offense, they played really well and moved the ball downfield and put points on the board. But the wheels quickly fell off there. We had 4 sacks, but the defensive line had some good pressure. And now we're still waiting for the secondary to turn up. Javon Hollins had a pretty solid season. Xavier Howard, not so much. Kadir Kahu has had some good moments, has had some bad moments. Didn't look good against Buffalo. And then the fact that Eli Apple is out on the field as often as he is. Haven't seen Cam Smith at all. It's definitely a part of our team where we need improvement. And we have improvement coming back. Nick Needham will probably be back first. Again, interested to see what ends up happening with him. But Jalen Ramsey, 21-day window has officially opened, so that does not mean it has to be back on the field in 21 days, and it certainly does not mean he's going to be back playing on Sunday, which I would be absolutely shocked. I don't think there's a chance in the world he plays on Sunday. If I'm being realistic about the situation, about how the Dolphins, I believe, will handle it, being that he's coming back from a meniscus injury, we have a Week 10 bye, so we have this week against the Eagles, we have the Patriots, we have the Chiefs, and we have the bye. If I were the Dolphins, as much as it sucks, I would probably wait until after that bye to bring him back. So you can not bring him back from the IR this week, not bring him back from the IR next week. Bring him back from the IR that week against the Chiefs. And hey, if he's absolutely ready to play, you feel comfortable with it, you feel confident that that knee has repaired itself enough, all right, go ahead and play him. And certainly you won't hear any complaints from me about it, especially if we get out of that game without him re-aggravating it. But having that bye week right there, it's kind of like with Devon Achane going on IR. That is a really good bye week for us to kind of use it as a resting point for a lot of players. Xavier Howard's a little beat up. He's going to muscle through it. Jalen Phillips has been beat up all season. Teron Armstead, maybe a good time for him to come off the IR. So we have quite a few players that have these little injuries, and I think Week 10 is a pretty good spot to be at for our bye. We've had some pretty early bye weeks. We've had some really late bye weeks. Week 10, I think, is about perfect, just on the other side of halfway through the season. So if I were the Dolphins, be a little conservative with it. You want him for that playoff run. You want him for those important games, especially at the end of the season where we have the Cowboys, we have the Ravens, we have the Bills. 3 very important games before assuming we make the playoffs. So you want him ready for that stretch. You don't want to push him back. As much as it'd be nice to have him with the Eagles, they've got Julio. We'll see if he plays on Sunday. But even if he doesn't, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, you don't really need him against the Patriots. And as weird as it sounds, you don't really need him with the Chiefs, where they haven't really had a wide receiver one emerge. Rashee Rice is looking like he might be that guy, but still to be seen. So Jalen Ramsey looks like he's going to be back very soon. The 21-day period has started as of today. He will be practicing. He is ahead of schedule. The hope was December. It's looking like it's probably going to be the early to mid-range of November. So keep your fingers crossed. No re-aggravations. Like we saw Byron Jones last year. He traveled up to Cincinnati, and we never saw him again. So fingers crossed, prayers up that nothing else happens between now and the assumed date, which I think that's November 14th, the week after the bye. I could be wrong with that. Don't quote me on that. But very excited to see Jalen Ramsey back. Much needed. This defense needs another piece. It needs another superstar out there, and he just might be that guy. Are you excited to see him return? When do you think he's going to return? Let me know down in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.